Hey guys, this is Pato Award, and you're listening to Indie Sports Podcast. And or what is that? Is that what it's called? Yeah,
That's
right.
that's perfect.
Or did I say something wrong?
No, trust me, man. I mean, I can edit all this. It's no
What
problem.
is
You
it?
can
What is it again? Indie Sports Podcast or what?
The
the
Indie Sports Car Podcast.
Indie Sports Cars Podcast.
Nice. Yeah, if you want to try it again, go ahead.
Hi guys, I'm Pato Award, and you're listening to the Indie Sports Car Podcast.
Welcome, ICP fans, to another episode of the Indie Sports Car Podcast. Hey, Mosaic.
Hello.
What's going on,
Oh,
Mike?
that's me. Oh, okay.
I don't think you have to introduce Mike every week anymore. He's pretty much part of the team.
I'm back.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
Yep. If everybody's wondering, we were a 3-mic operation for, I guess right up to the Indy GP last year, right, Messi?
Yeah.
And then we went to a 2-mic operation, and we had a lot of guests on in that span of time, I think. But, trying to keep up with everything and all that good stuff was difficult, to say the least. But met Mike back in Pocono, talking to him and everything. And Mike, I think I speak for Missy as well when I just say, welcome aboard, and thanks for helping us out with the website and the social media and everything. And I mean, Missy could tell me if I'm not speaking for her right now, but
I hope you are.
I just want to say thanks for coming on, and thanks for helping us share the load.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited and glad to be a part of it, and hope to have that website done in the next day or two here when I get some time.
Well, it's taking you for god awful ever already, so par for the course for us, though. All right, Missy.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah. So Mike, you just want to throw your social media out there so everybody could start following you real quick and everything, and I'm sure your social media will be a part of the lineup of the hosts in the website that you're making. So
Yep, my Twitter and Instagram are both Mike_JOACHIM, and that is also my name on Facebook.
right on. So there it is, and I'm glad it's all coming together, and it really takes the pressure off of us a little bit, man, because barely have any time at all, if not any time period lately, it seems. So you've really been able to take the burden off of us and everything. It's been great. So, and plus with the silly season coming up, it's always good to have somebody, the 3 mics going throughout the week or throughout the show, because I remember this past silly season, Missy, it was a chore to come up with content, wasn't it?
Actually, no, it was pretty easy last off season.
Well, considering
There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that is true, considering all the craziness. And we wrapped up MRTI last week, so you guys know who won and who all that. Well, but yeah. So, excuse me. However, but yeah. So, I lost my train of thought there. Missy, what would you? We didn't really get your take on the MRTI season last week, since you were on vacation. So, what was your whole take? We'll kind of just finish it up.
I thought the MRTI season was a great season. There was a lot of competitiveness, and well, I mean, I would say the most was in either USF 2000 or Pro Mazda. I mean, the Indy Lights. I mean, it was an interesting season for Indy Lights. I mean, there was some couple races here and there. Beginning of the season, you thought Colton Herta was going to win it. Then towards the middle of the season, you thought, it was going to be Matthias Lace, and then all of a sudden here's Kyle Kaiser, and he pretty much held it steady for the remainder of the season towards the end. So I mean, it wasn't too close there, but I mean, USF 2000 was close with Ollie and Rhinus. I mean, Rhinus came back. I mean, we didn't mention him much at the beginning of the season, and here you are talking about him at the end of the season. So, I mean, I think he did a really great job this year. And then, I mean, what can you say about the Pro Mazda and championship? That was just down to the wire. The last, I mean, I'm sad for Anthony. I like Anthony. Yeah, I like Victor too. I know Anthony more, so I love Anthony more. So it was hard not to shed a tear when you see him, lose. I mean, I know he felt probably devastated, but I had faith in him, and I hope he comes back next year because he is a really great driver. So, but it was an exciting Pro Mazda season. I think that was actually the best competitiveness this year with those two. I mean, all year it was just you knew it was going to come down to those two the entire year. So, and they definitely put on a show for everyone. So, I mean, they did an awesome job. So, yeah, I enjoyed the MRTI season this year. Got some surprises out there, It was all good.
Name of Oliver Askew?
Hmm?
By the name of Oliver Askew?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he was a surprise, too, at the beginning. But like I said, I mean, he did well, but then I thought Rhinus started to come towards the end. I mean, he had a chance, he had a chance.
Well, yeah, I guess the mathematical one. But we all knew it was kind of...
Yeah, but I mean, Ollie, closed the deal and finished the job. So, congrats to Ollie. Happy for him. Congratulations to Victor, Kyle Kaiser. So, I mean, obviously Victor's going to go to Juncos to Indy Lights. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was decided right after he, won with the video on Twitter with the whole, he gets to sit in his car for next year or something. I forget how they worded it, but something like that.
Yeah, and apparently Kyle Kaiser's a whole lot bigger than Victor is. Did you see how small Victor looked in that car?
Yeah, he did.
Well, he's small. So.
Yeah, he is tiny. Little spark plug. But yeah, I mean, I really hope Anthony follows suit into Indy Lights next year on some scholarship. I really hope so. Not scholarship, but sponsor money, I mean. But I don't know, I have no doubts. I mean, Victor managed to make it to Pro Mazda last season without a championship. So, nothing, it's not like it's an impossibility.
Mm-mm.
And,
So we'll just have to see what happens,
So, okay, here's a question for you. If Parker comes back, do you think he'll come back into Pro Mazda or he'll come back into USF, if anything?
I would like to think Pro Mazda because he's been in USF for 3 years now. So I think it's time for him to move up.
I agree.
But I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see. I'm hoping. I mean, it gave me hope when Exclusive Autosport bought 3 cars, but I don't necessarily know. I mean, if he'll go in that direction, for Pro Mazda or not. Because again, I mean, they did, good for a new team. I mean, I think he wound up 3rd in the championship, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So they did well for a new team. So, but I don't know if he's going to want to develop a new car with a new team in Pro Mazda. You know what I mean? Because it'll be like starting all over again, I guess, with JDC. So I don't know. But I would like to see Parker in Pro Mazda next year, no matter what team he's with.
Hear, hear. And your Indy Lights, you think Kaiser definitely is going. Santi probably is. Out of those, other than those two, do you think there's any other drivers that will come out of lights that'll make their way into IndyCar.
That race this year, besides like Zach Beach.
Well, Zach Reach didn't race this year, but yeah.
All right. So maybe Zachary Clayman DeMello.
Yeah, if he's got all that funding he claims to have, he could definitely do more than one race this year. You know, could do next year easily.
I mean, he's doing the last race for is it Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan?
Ray Hall with the Pace Safe green car.
Indeed. Yep. I think it's basically just, it's not like he's going to race for Ray Hall because that's Sato's gig. But my point being is I think it's more or less of the here, this is what I can do kind of.
But if he's got the funding, Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan a 3-car team next year?
No. Yeah, right. I'm amazed they became a 2-car team after 4 years of speculation. So 3-car team maybe.
Well,
in
I
4
think
years.
that just happens if Sato is going there. I mean, of course it's all speculation. The season's not over and there's nothing set in stone. So this is the off season of speculation. Well, not even yet. We got one more race to go, but right after that, speculation has already begun for the off season.
It's true, but I think
he comes with Honda. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm not surprised that Takumo, whatever. Sato. Oh God. Oh.
That was a rough one.
Yeah, is going to Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan. I mean, because it's with Honda, so I mean, I can see that's guaranteed funding for them. So I can see that. I mean, if they were iffy with funding, I can't see them going to a full 2-car team. But I guess with Honda back in Sato, it's I guess guaranteed sponsorship there. So what they got to do? Just stay with the Honda engine, right?
Shouldn't be too difficult for them. They've stayed with a Honda engine for their entire duration.
There is some breaking news that was published this evening on dailymail.co.uk, which has been a pretty reliable European source. As I'm sure most people are aware, McLaren switched to Renault engines for next year. And
wait, they switched to what engines?
Wow.
Renault.
Renault.
I pulled a Missy there.
It's called Renault.
I know it's called Renault. That is not a Missy, Mike. Don't you be trying to do that on your first show.
And the Fernando Alonso has re-signed with McLaren.
Oh, boo. There goes my prediction.
Yes.
Wah, wah, wah.
Really?
And
I'm gonna have to wait till I see that on Motorsport.
Bernie Ecclestone with the interview quote of the day saying, "It wasn't Honda's fault, it was McLaren's."
Oh, wow.
It wasn't Honda's fault, it was McLaren. Okay.
Anything Bernie says, I take with a grain of salt to begin with.
Yeah, he's a crazy old man, but he's a crazy old man that gives us something to laugh about.
But don't you, if you put yourself in the same, McLaren Honda, are you bashing each other? Like, is that like starting fighting words? Like, your name's McLaren Honda.
Well, McLaren / Honda. McLaren and Honda are two totally different car manufacturers.
Well, then again, it's coming from Bernie, so he's pretty much, he likes to start trouble between people.
It used to be McLaren Mercedes until they split off into, Mercedes and McLaren. And that's why Lewis and Alonso stopped being teammates. So there you go.
So a little silly season rumor there will probably die down now with Alonso staying overseas.
Which I'm a bit sad about.
A little disappointed myself, yes. I know you were a big proponent in that.
How many years? Did they mention?
It does not say.
Well, I mean, because,
I would like to see that only because McLaren Honda is thinking about 2019 full-time IndyCar.
Yeah, I mean, this could easily be a 1 year. If you do it, if you stay with us this year, we'll send you over to the U.S. in 2019, and you can have fun and do whatever you want.
Like a compromise kind of deal.
Yeah, but I guess we have a year to talk about that now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
Which I think he's still going to come to IndyCar, but I just didn't. I didn't really think it was going to be next year because I just can't see him. I don't know, giving up.
It was wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It would have been nice. It would have been awesome. But I mean, I can see though if they do make a IndyCar team and they join in 2019, I could definitely see him piloting their program that year. I mean, because what's the worst that could happen? He could be a loser like he is now in F1, right?
Yeah, he can be
he's not a loser. I shouldn't say that.
I know what you meant, though. I know what you meant.
You know what I mean? Like the team, whatever the problem is, if it's Honda, McLaren, whoever's fault it is, it's somebody's fault. They stink, and piloting the IndyCar for first year would probably equal the same thing. He probably wield better results though.
Maybe it's similar to this year where, he gets to, a couple weeks before Monaco or a month or so before Monaco, and he goes, let me run the 500 again because we sure are not going to win Monaco with a subpar engine. Maybe it's, that get his feet wet a little bit more in America, and then he's here full time next year or 2019.
Be honest with you, I can't wait to see how McLaren Renault fares.
Their engine's been pretty awful this year too.
Exactly. I mean,
yep.
Ricardo got a few good, runs out of her, but who's the one driver that just seems to not be able to finish a race?
Verstappen.
Yeah.
Verstappen.
Isn't there a Renault power plant behind him?
Yep, he's Ricardo's teammate.
There you go. So are they starting?
Yeah.
Are they staying Renault? Toro Rosso, right? No, it was
Toro Rosso is switching to Honda, right?
That's what I heard. Which is like, why? Okay, so you hate Renault so much, you're going to go to Honda. Okay.
It'll be interesting to see after maybe the first two F1 races next year how Honda does with another team. It'll really show if it's McLaren's fault or if it's Honda's fault for all the troubles.
So I guess we'll be able to see if Bernie's little statement there holds any weight.
Yeah. I'll put that one up on the bulletin board for now.
I was just reading that little article. They went to Renault. Renault Power for 2018.
I was surprised. Wasn't totally surprised, but I'm surprised that whatchamacallit, Alonso signed. That was the most amazing part of it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, once I started hearing, the last couple of days, they've started saying, oh, maybe the partnership will end. I thought the chances are looking less likely that he'll be here full time next year.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe another Indy 500 showing for Alonso next year. You never know.
Yeah, we can only hope.
What do you think, Missy?
Yeah, we can only hope. I would rather see that than what other crap articles I'm seeing out there.
Strange French guy that nobody's ever heard of?
No, it's a female. No. I don't want her back.
Oh, that's not even not even an article. That's just stupid speculation.
I'm sorry. I like how it is. And the article I read, they're like, oh, this will bring IndyCar back on the map and help IndyCar. No! I do not want to see the 20th place finisher being interviewed over the first, second, and third place finisher. I like how it is now. I like seeing from the winners of the race, not the 20th finisher.
I know.
This topic gets Missy very angry.
I know because this is totally unorthodox because I'm a girl and I'm supposed to, that. Listen, I watched IndyCar. She was in there from what 2005 to 2011. I watched it from 2008, I guess, to 2011. No, I don't want to watch any more of it. I want Simona back if we want a female back. I want Simona back.
I would be more than happy to see Simona or even Catherine Legg do a race before Danica.
Sorry to avoid the name, but since Mike put it out there, yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
The series that shall not be named. The big story with them is they will not be re-signing with Stuart Haas, whatever the rest of that name is. Don't know, don't care, don't really care about the N word,
Nope.
So.
And
yeah,
literally, she went there because she had absolutely not enough talent to win here, so she went there because I guess you really don't. I'm not going to finish that thought, but my point is she went there for certain reasons. If she can't make it there, she can't make it anywhere. So just disappear. To everybody.
It's time for her to go battle with another unnamed participant in the sports car world that seems to get himself in a lot of trouble every race.
Alexis?
Possibly.
She'll fit right in.
I was throwing it out there. I don't want you back. Please stay away. IndyCar is growing again. Please stay away.
She did what she needed to before she left, which was put IndyCar on the map and that they're a combined series again. That's that much she did do. Then after that was established, it was time for her to go.
Yep.
And
we've been better off ever since.
I don't know where I was totally going with that. It just popped in my head because I just seen it. I don't even where I was starting with that, but I guess throwing it out there, I guess we did mention Zach Veach, so he's signed. So he's going to be signing. I guess it's not official yet at the moment, but he will be signing. A 3-year deal with Andretti, which I was a little. I have to say I was a little surprised. A 3-year deal. I could understand a 1 or 2 year deal even, but a 3-year deal, I was just like, oh, well, I like Zach. I just, yeah. I don't know. He reminds me of like a Takuma Sato type of driver. And just, after those long 500-mile races, I don't know.
He can either win
he's small.
the Indy
He's just
500
small.
or
crash. Yeah. He's just a small guy.
I'm surprised. Definitely very surprised. And, he obviously has some serious financial backing. I thought I read, maybe $18 million total over the 3-year contract.
That'll get you some rides. Yep.
It's got to be some sort of big, Fortune 500 type company. But at the same time, a 3-year deal gives him plenty of time to not, worry if he makes a mistake in the first couple races of next year. Not stress and learn from each situation he gets himself into, and hopefully he grows year over year so that at year 3 he can continue in IndyCar.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? He could become another Joseph Newgarden. I'm going to throw him out there. I'm going to use him because he started out with Sarah Fisher, Hartman, right? Fisher. I can't remember the name. Hartman, right? Yeah. Started with her, for 2 years. Was it 2 years? What was it? 1 year, and then Ed Carpenter joined her.
I think it was 2.
Am I going the right process here?
Yeah, you're in the right order.
And then maybe 2 years with that team, and then here we are at Penske. But then again, he went straight to Andretti, which is a good, it's a good ride. He didn't have to start with, I guess one of the lower teams, and then work his way up.
Yeah, no, so it's a good ride, and he should be, semi-competitive here and there. I'm not going to say he's going to blow everybody away right away, but
right.
Andretti definitely gives him the stronger setup versus little Sarah Fisher, who really wasn't a bad little team at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, considering, she was able to do some things. That's for sure. But yeah, signing up with Ed and then eventually just stepping back and have Ed take over the entire team. That didn't make it made the most sense, I think. But who knows? I remember last year the speculations were rolling around that she could have a one-car team this year, but who knows? Maybe next year. We'll see. That would be
Yep.
interesting. Sarah Fisher coming back as another team next year.
This is a great thing about the off season speculation.
Yep.
There.
Everything we're saying is just it's off the back of a lot of motorsport, .com articles and other things that we hear wherever we might hear them. We'll always credit the source, so we can't be held totally liable for what we say. All right, so already.
I'll throw out Gateway cemented their 2018 race date. So they're going to be the last Saturday. They're going to be, I guess, Saturday again, and last Saturday in August next year.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. And then they did say that they're going to make some more changes to the track, some more upgrades. So that's cool.
Yeah, I think out of any track, they really listen to the fan complaints about parking lots and concession stands and stuff like that. And instead of wasting time, just went right to it and go, okay, let's fix everything that people wanted. Definitely great to see from the track.
Well, they should have had the money. According to this, there was up to at least 40,000 fans in attendance.
And that's just through the gate.
Yeah.
I'd venture to say 50,000 at least with everybody inside the infield. All the teams and whatnot.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, they're going to do 4 things. Let's see. Expand concession stands on the midway and in infield. Expand parking and roadways and entering and exiting the parking area. Yeah, that would be nice. The exits, especially, not 2 ways to go out. But more pre-event and post-race live entertainment. Okay. And a large display and exhibitions of vintage Indy cars in conjunction with the Vintage Indy Registry.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was a bit sad to see that the Indy Lights and the Pro Mazda race that they held way early, way too early, I think, this year. They need to push them back right almost to, when the IndyCar race is going to start. So all those fans that came out for the IndyCar race, they were able to get to see the Pro Mazda and the Indy Lights race as well. Because when those races went on, there wasn't really many people in the stands for it. Because I don't think too many people knew that they were racing, or exactly when they were anyway.
Yeah, there wasn't many fans at the door for the Pro Mazda race. I remember looking around. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried too. I'm like, I hope there's more people here for the IndyCar race. And oh boy, was I wrong. There sure was. Personally, I think they're going to start selling those seats that are at turn 1. And next year, I'm sure that they'll be filled up as well.
Yeah.
Because they were the only stands that weren't even touched. But it's good. It was a great first year for a venue with a lot of promise, I think.
Yeah, especially for an oval.
Exactly.
Because you look at Phoenix. I mean, I think Phoenix is struggling. I don't know how much they got another year on their contract.
Well,
2.
You do got to remember though, next year the configuration of the track will be different. Start finish line will be in a different spot. So.
Oh, I don't even think it's that. I just think it's still during the day, isn't it?
No, I think they're gonna push it back tonight as well.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, it's crazy to have a day race during the summer.
I know, it doesn't
during
make
the
any
day.
sense. I mean, true IndyCar fans will watch it whatever time it comes on or DVR it. I mean,
Yeah, but they want butts in the seats though.
well, yeah, the butts in the seats is when it's going to be nice and cool, not,
Well,
sticking to the seat and frying an egg off of you.
oh boy, I wonder if you can fry chicken on a rock out there. I mean, Cousin Eddie did. And why would you need a tetanus shot after that? It was a rock and some chicken. No metal involved. I don't know. Christmas Vacation. Or no, I mean Vegas Vacation. Vegas Vacation. National Lampoons. You ever see it, Mike?
move.
Of course.
You lying?
Do you know last time I saw that movie was about 15 years ago? So anything I remember from the movie is long, long deep in the memory bank.
I like that movie. I'll have some of the yellow, and don't get cheap on me. Anyways, moving on. All right, so let's talk about some IndyCar, huh? All right, a very exciting race. Sonoma. It's coming up this weekend.
I wish Sonoma wasn't the last race of the year.
Been echoing that since we've been a show, I think.
Yeah, so I still
me
want
too.
to see an oval at the end. I don't know which one, but
I say I want to see a road course at the end, and I think it makes a lot of sense having the Indy GP because that's twice Indy can have, a fresh group of fans heading there. It's not too close to May, so it's just makes a lot of sense.
It's an interesting perspective that I personally didn't think of before, and I have to give it to you, Frank. I like that one.
Well, thank you. I stole it from somebody from last year. I don't remember who said it, but
I like whoever they are. But you know what? I'm going to give you the credit for it because you can't remember who they are.
There you go. And finally,
I'm sure we'll hear from that person.
Do you remember who they were, Miss?
No, I don't remember who it was, actually.
Well, then in that case, I am taking full credit. I just thought of it just now. That's right. Anyway.
I think there was a driver one when we had this discussion, because I kept saying I thought there was an oval race at the end of the year, and you guys made me... It was Ollie! That's who it was. It was Ollie was on, and I was trying to argue. I think there was an oval at the end of the year, and you guys kept telling me, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, yeah, I think there was, but I just couldn't think of the oval.
Fontana.
Of course, later, Chris, DeHardy, backed me up and said it was Fontana. I'm like, I knew it! Couldn't think of the name.
Along with 15 other people. I think Adrian was one of them. Can't get anything past Adrian.
I knew there was one, but I was just like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm like, no, I remember something. I couldn't remember the race, though.
Yeah, we're talking like 5 years ago, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a while ago.
So, I mean...
The last finisher there was when Will Power crashed towards the beginning of the race, right? That was the last time it was the season ending?
Yep, because it was another failed championship year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit that bump at turn 2.
I believe that was him and Dario going at it that year.
I thought it was Hunter Ray.
Was it Hunter Ray?
Oh,
yeah, because he almost hit him. That's right, because he almost hit him when he crashed. It was Hunter Ray, you're right.
It was like a matter of
inches. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
All right, so Sonoma, Infineon Raceway in Napa Valley. You know they make wine there? I don't know if you knew that.
You might have heard that a time or two.
Yeah. Or every time it's mentioned. Every time. The broadcast. Yep. Although the layout of the track, and they have a great vantage point of the track, well, I guess when you go there and you get some seating, whatever, there's a spot you can get to and you can see the entire track. I do like that. There's not too many road courses where you can see the entire track from one spot. If any, that I can remember correctly.
I think you're right. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of another one.
So, I mean, there's that. And I know before last year, the few couple races when they were trying to figure out the aero kits, there was some exciting racing. I'll give it that. But I think after last year and then this year, because last year was a snoozer, and then this year, same car, I can't imagine the result being any different. Well, we'll see.
Only reason I am hopeful that it's not going to be a snoozer is there are significant championship implications on the line and so much at stake. It's not just, last year where, Pagenaud had it wrapped up pretty much, and the year before Dixon won on a tiebreaker. There is no certainty at all that Newgarden wins, and for all we know, Dixon might not even win. So the intrigue for a lot of excitement to occur and maybe some more daring passes to get those extra couple points driver whoever might need.
Is Sonoma double points?
Sonoma is double points, yes.
I mean, Dixon's 3 points off Newgarden. You got Castro Neves, that's about a little less than 30 off of Newgarden.
Mid-20s, and then Pagenaud's 34 back.
Yep. I mean, I would say the top four are really the ones that are in it.
Yeah, realistically, the top four. Theoretically, I think they said back to Rossi at 6 could win it. Obviously, that would be a situation where Newgarden would have to crash.
Would go wrong.
The top four guys would all have to crash into each other at the same time.
Yeah, lap one without any poles between.
No laps led. It's probably not likely, but
I mean, this track is going to be about where you qualify. I mean, it's always been about where you qualify, but this year it's going to really, those top four, their qualifying position is really going to have to come through. And some of them aren't very, I mean, I don't think Simon, he's not a very good qualifier, I don't think.
Newgarden doesn't have a single pole position this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's qualified, second. She's a handful of times at least. Mm-hmm. But he's also qualified in that 8 to 12 range a number of times. So
yeah, he has.
Helio is the most consistent. Helio and Dixon, I guess, really are, but especially Helio are the most. He's the most consistent qualifier. But we will see.
I'll say him. I guess like him and Dixon, I would think.
Yeah, definitely those two are the better qualifiers of the four.
They're definitely the better, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if Elio or Dixon, either one or both, have bad weekends, then I think Newgarden walks away with this handily. But if Dixon or Elio have really good weekends, I guess it all comes down to where Newgarden finishes.
So let's do a prediction here.
Okay. Go ahead,
Who gets
Mike.
the pole? Who gets the pole? Who wins the race? And who wins the championship?
I guess pole and winner. Unless you pick Ed Jones or Hildebrand for some odd reason, it would be the winner of the championship. I think one will go on to win the other. I would say so. So what do you think, Mike?
I'm gonna go Helio pole. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Willpower for the winner, and I'm gonna say Newgarden hangs on for the championship.
Right on. So you think a Newgarden podium at least?
Yep, podium. I think he's gonna be in that 3 to 5 range at the end, and I think Dixon will be right there with him, right behind him.
And like win this thing, maybe like about 2 points handily.
Yep.
Right on. How about you, Mezzy?
I like Willpower for the pole. I think I'm still going to stick with Newgarden for the championship. I don't think. I mean, unless something just crap happens, like I don't know, he just turns off into the side of the pit lane or something like that, and just hits the wall. I mean, I can't see him losing at this point. But then again, I
remember
didn't
him
expect to see
crashing
that
here
last week. I still like Newgarden for the championship. I'm gonna say, for the win, I don't know. I'll go Will. I think it's gonna be a nice. He'll wrap it up nicely. I mean, I don't think he'll have enough for the championship, but
Yeah, and I mean, if he does happen to do that and wins, honestly, I think Dixon and Newgarden will both be on the podium with him.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna go Elio pole, Elio win, Elio championship. There you go.
Wow. All right.
And Elio stays in IndyCar. There you go. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's not set in stone yet, and all of a sudden, they keep on announcing new drivers for Penske's sports car venture, the two cars, and the one car with JPM, and it's already decided between two drivers. So the other car's already got the one driver. Doesn't look much like Elio, really. I don't know.
Did I read an article where I thought the Penske program was in jeopardy? Or was that just a figment of my imagination article?
Nothing that sounds familiar to me.
As far as jeopardy, as far as it not happening at all? Or can you elaborate on that?
I just think it's something I pulled out my head. No, maybe I didn't see it. No, I thought I had read an article somewhere that Penske's IMSA team, or maybe it wasn't Penske, maybe it was another team that was in jeopardy of not. Oh, Stevenson. Never mind. Stevenson's not racing in IMSA anymore.
Not even Conti?
No,
I don't know.
I think they're out altogether on every level.
I know it was definitely the GTD, the Audi. I know it was definitely that, but I don't remember if it was the Conti too.
Well, one feeds the other. That would be interesting. Where would they go? Europe?
I don't know.
Maybe we should have Matt Bell on at some point during the off season. Find out what we know, what we can find out. Huh? Matt'll definitely let us know. He's never been one to not say anything. I love Matt's uncannedness. So, I don't know. You guys think Elio's going to be in IndyCar next year?
I'm gonna go with no.
You think he's going to be sports car?
I think he's gonna be sports car, and it's not what I want. It's just what I think. I would like to see him stay, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, it just feels wrong if he doesn't. Missy, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. I mean, I can't see him finishing in the top. Right now he's in the top 3 in the championship standings, and then just dropping and going, to sports car. I mean, I wouldn't say he's at the top of his game, but I mean, he's still pretty damn good. I mean, he's, like I said, he's 3rd in championship right now. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me, I don't think, because, like I said, and the only reason I think that is because Juan Pablo Montoya's over there.
True. I mean,
And that's the only reason I think that. I mean, because he's got his partner of, who they announced? Dane Cameron's going to be Juan Pablo Montoya's partner.
Yeah, Dane Cameron.
yeah.
So, I mean, I can see Elio going over there and being a teammate, and driving the other car with Juan Pablo.
No, Juan Pablo and
Same team, I mean, I know they're two separate, so it wouldn't be the same car.
no. But no.
I mean, I can see Elio going over there and, piloting the other car opposite of Juan Pablo.
Yeah, I don't want to see it happen. I think Elio deserves to finish his career out in IndyCar for everything he's done for the sport and for Penske. So that's just a double whammy of unloyalty right there. If they do it, I don't know. I think he deserves more than that.
So then, should we speculate who's going to take a seat, or is it going to be a 3-car Penske team?
Well, that's just it. I mean, if Elio goes, I think it will be a 3-car team. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't know who they would fill it with. Like, I can't.
Danica Patrick.
Oh God.
You just described Missy's worst nightmare.
Yeah, you just did. I would stop being a Penske fan. I would. I'd drop him in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yes, I would. I've been a Willpower fan since I started watching, but I wouldn't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it.
Would you still be a Will fan?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not his.
Yeah, no, it's not his. You know, I don't know. I don't know if
Not his
okay.
decision.
I would still be a Will Power fan. I just wouldn't be a Penske as a whole fan anymore. Because I mean, I like all the drivers they have now. I think Joseph has become my like second favorite. I like Elio. You know, I have no problems with Elio. Simon would be at the bottom. I don't know. I mean,
I
Simon's
feel
alright.
so indifferent about
if I
Simon
had to-
Pagenaud.
Yeah, that's a good word. I feel indifferent about him. It's not. I don't like dislike him, but I don't like love him or anything. So I mean.
Yeah, he could race for Penske, or he could race for Chip, or he could race for a coin. All three of those, it wouldn't. I couldn't, really, just, whatever,
Yeah, I don't. I just don't have I mean, like I said, Will's gonna always be my boy till he retires. I said he was my first driver that I liked when I started watching IndyCar, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Just because I liked his name. That's how I picked my favorite driver when I started watching IndyCar. Went for the names. Hey, Will Power. That's a cool name. That's my guy now. Will Power.
And then I'm sure New Hampshire really cemented that in.
Oh yeah, he was like the god of IndyCar at New Hampshire. I loved it.
Like, we'll just flip this off. Oh no, wait. Race control's 10 feet above us.
I guess he's a little angry, but yeah, I like it. But yeah, I can't do
by
it.
the way, who started that 20-car pileup? Oh, that's right, Danica Patrick. On an oval, by the way.
In the rain that shouldn't have been restarted.
I fully agree. It shouldn't have been, but she was the only one that spun out. No one else did.
All right, I'm not wasting my time on her anymore. I said what I wanted to say about her. I'm done.
Yeah, wasting enough. So, all right. So the race coming up is Sonoma. Double the points, double the fun, I guess. Hopefully, double the fun. But it has yet to be determined. I mean, the number one, the voted number one, number one whatever you want to call it, number one IndyCar thing of last year was the Dixon giving Will the wanker sign after Power seen him coming out the pits at Sonoma and then just sandblasted him on purpose.
It's pretty awesome. That was definitely awesome.
I was laughing because it was so on purpose. But that was funny. But I mean, other than that was the best part of Sonoma last year, because if I do remember correctly, Sonoma last year was oh god, does anybody remember anything about Sonoma last year at all other than that? And that was during a practice.
I honestly don't. There was a race.
Will's engine let go, or was that Watkins Glen?
No, Watkins Glen. Chuck took him out.
So then his engine gave out in Sonoma.
Did it? I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was Watkins Glen or Sonoma, but I know his engine gave. No, he crashed in Watkins Glen, so no, it had to be Sonoma. Yeah, because it was really, really close, and then his engine let go, or he had engine problems, like in the middle of the race or something, and that was the end of his championship run.
Well, I think
to try to be the only one to beat Simon Pagenaud and miss a race.
What's crazy is Chuck took him out in Watkins Glen, and he was still the only one that was mathematically able to knock off Simon. So,
yeah, very well put.
That tells you that, and he missed St. Pete like Missy does. So it's crazy. So anyway, I'm just looking forward to this race being over and us moving on to the new era of the DW12 and this amazing looking car. That's a driver's car. That's another reason why I doubt she's coming back, because she could barely drive the other cars. How she's not going to be able to drive this one? So I really think this new car coming out, it's not a new car, but the new package going on the car, I think it's going to separate, the good drivers from the great drivers pretty quickly.
Yep, completely agree.
So right on. So I guess everybody's picked their championship guy. You both are going to go with Newgarden, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking with him.
Yep, I'm gonna venture off from my pick about a month ago of Pagano, and stick with who I said the last 2 weeks and stay with Newgarden.
It's like my heart and everything wants Elio to do it, but my brain is telling me, New Garden's got this. Sorry, unless New Garden has like probably the worst race weekend of his career.
I mean, look how the end of Watkins Glen went. If something like that happens again, it very well could change.
It is possible. He did leave the door wide open for him for a few others, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, without that, we might not be really worried about the what's going to happen in the points battle.
That's true. And then if you have someone like Rossi who has problems with his fuel hose again, he'll probably win the race again. So that'll be taking some serious points away from people who need it. Again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, not much to talk about with Sonoma. I mean, Missy's lowdown for the
Zachary
show.
Clayman, DeMello is going to be racing. Like we said, Sealing it, and Jack Harvey's going to be racing for Schmidt Peterson, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Did I miss somebody? Somebody else in there?
I don't think Veach is racing with anybody this.
There was talk of a third SPM car for this weekend, but they said it will not happen.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and there's no other team with no other spare car for people to jump into. So, and the whole Zachary Clayman DeMello thing—that's just it's almost like a part of my resume kind of deal.
Sure.
But all right, and Missy's lowdown for the showdown Thursday night. The last one of the year, Missy.
Oh yeah, last one of the year.
Yeah, last one of the season. So,
sure, but like, oh, thank God.
no. Well, hey, I mean, it'll be our. At least we'll have one this year.
Oh yeah, we missed last one of the year. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. The 500 next year. I know it's a little early. No, it's never too early to talk about the 500 next year.
Ever.
Schmidt Peterson Motorsport announced that they will have. Well, they announced one of their drivers, I guess, besides I assume
Tristan.
James Swift. Yep.
Wrong Tristan.
Wrong Tristan. Tristan Gomendi.
Close enough.
Yes. He'll make his Indianapolis 500 debut with Schmidt Peterson Motorsport next year.
Interested in to see how. I mean, because the Indy 500 next year will be the first test of how fast these new cars, or I keep saying new car, how fast this new package on the Dallara DW12 will be on the super speedway. I'm really interested to find out. Jay Fry's even talking about how they could very well configure this car to where it could end the push to pass error.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think that'd be wonderful. Yeah. What do you think, Missy?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the getting rid of the push to passes. I mean, it's not like it's on every track they do.
No, just
No, I did hear a
everything but
rumor
ovals.
they were talking about. Yeah, I did hear a rumor they might try to do it with ovals, but I'm totally against that. I don't want that. You don't need a push to pass on an oval.
No, that's what you're drafting for.
Yeah. But I don't. I mean, I think I kind of like the idea still for road courses and street courses, I guess.
I don't hate it like some people do, but at the same time, if you get rid of it and this new kit is truly a separate the men from the boys sort of aero kit, there really should be no need for a push to pass then. So I wouldn't be upset if they got rid of it.
No, same here, me either.
I mean, no, I wouldn't be upset if they got rid of it. It just,
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to produce a car to where if you're racy, then you can be, and if you're not, then you won't be. I like that more than giving the ones that are not racy a chance to make a pass or at least defend, because that's all it's turned out to be. Is one person hits it to try to pass, the other one hits it to defend. So you're just really canceling the whole thing out to begin with. I mean, I can't remember a single race where it's come in to really decide who's going to win a race and who doesn't with how many seconds they've saved or how many pushes they've saved towards the end of the race, So maybe Detroit this year with Simon, or I mean with Seabass, maybe. That was about the only time I can remember it.
No,
him having more than most.
not with Seabass.
No.
No, he crashed in practice at the 500, didn't he? He didn't race.
What, Detroit?
Yeah.
Is that when he went out?
Mike, help me out here.
I'm drawing a
Right?
blank, Missy.
Oh, Seabass, come on. He crashed in practice before the 500. He never raced it.
Correct.
It could have been last year then.
Somebody... No.
Because he broke his hip.
Yeah, last year Seabass won one of the Detroit races last year.
Yeah.
And they were focusing on the amount of push to passes he had or amount of seconds he had left where he had more than everyone else around him. And that's what kept him in the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going back a season and a half to where it really mattered.
To prove your point.
Yeah.
Digging deep.
And that kind of proves my point even more. So there you go. So at any rate, Missy, do you have Sundays or this weekend coming up? Do you have the qualifying and race schedule?
Oh, for Sonoma, yeah. Let's see. For your GoPro, what do they call it? Oh, GoPro Grand Prix of Sonoma is what they're going to call it this weekend. So, you have practice 1 will start September 15th at 1 p.m. and that will be live stream on Indycar.com. Then you have practice 2, which will be September 15th at 5 p.m. Apparently that will be on NBC Sports Network at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all of this.
And
you have
practice?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, right on.
Practice 3 they have going on September 16th at 2 p.m. That's live streaming on IndyCar.com. Then you have your qualifications will happen September 16th at 6:30 p.m. on NBC Sports Network. Final warm-up will happen September 17th at 2:30 p.m. That will be live streaming on IndyCar.com. And your race will go down September 17th at 6:30 p.m. on NBC Sports Network.
Right on. Looking forward to it, but not looking forward to it, but looking forward. I'll tell you what, the season felt like it flew by right up until the point of they jammed 4 races into 5 weeks. And then it seemed like to slow down really drastically, didn't it?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I felt it the last couple of weeks.
So did I. Oof.
I felt it. What was it? It was Pocono, Gateway, Watkins Glen. I was like, oh my God, please tell me we don't have to travel anymore.
Yeah.
It was like back to back to back weekends.
Yeah. And, well, I think we just need to finish strong at Sonoma. So I'm really hoping for an exciting race. I really am. It is possible. They've shown it's possible. I just hope it becomes possible once again this year. So I need to go out on a strong note. And Watkins Glen, I don't know if that was a strong note or not, but it really didn't feel like it when you were there. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and think positive here and say it will be a good race, and hopefully I am not incorrect next Tuesday.
There you go. And is there anything else that you wanted to bring up, Missy, before we put a bow on this one?
Just also happening this weekend will be the Singapore Grand Prix for Formula One.
There you go, Cash. Merry Christmas.
So
And there'll be a
yes.
night race too, a night street race. It's always cool. It's always fun.
Yeah.
That's about it. But yeah, and
But
well,
don't worry if you need to know the tire selection. They already have that posted up. So don't you worry. And it
yeah,
looks like everybody's going with the ultra softs. Lots of ultra softs for this weekend. Those are the purple tires.
and
Everyone.
and what other is it? Super soft?
Yeah, the super soft. And guess what other one? The soft.
No kidding.
But everybody looks like they're loading up on ultra softs.
I was really worried about that before the podcast.
I'm glad
If-
that you'll be able to clear.
yeah. I'm gonna sleep soundly tonight now.
Eh. Well, that's what matters. You know, Mike's gonna sleep soundly tonight.
Yeah. All because of the ultra softs.
If that's all it takes, I need to find your secret. So, looking forward to Infineon. All right.
And on that note,
Yep.
you know that I know that Frank, well, yeah, he knows sometimes. Maybe Mike knows sometimes too, but he's no, so I gotta get used to him, you know?